Oh yeah, I mean, there's guys who couldn't beat me before who I can't beat them now, you know, which that's great, you know, it's exactly what you want.
I remember mine was kind of not injured, but this bit's got some sprain, so
Sprain?
not sprain, carpet burn on both sides.
Oh yeah, I get that all the time.
Yeah, so pull this just for now.
Why
Is
have
it
you
alright
got
to use it?
plasters?
It's bleeding still. This was on Saturday, and yeah, if I were to take it off, you just get blood coming out.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I cut my hands all the time. I just let them bleed. You know, it's probably not great. I mean, I probably had blood poisoning. I was like,
Oh man.
yeah, probably not. I'm not the best example, really. Yeah.
Oh, I get this just until my my arm gets used to this.
Oh yes. I think you're very sensible.
So no one uses it, do they? Everyone's just like...
No, I like to just strengthen up the tendons. But early on, you're going to get tendinitis, guaranteed. So do you know what causes tendinitis? If you imagine that's your tendon, it's actually flatter than that. But if you looked at it close up, you get little tiny micro bits coming away.
Yeah.
So tendinitis is literally you've got little fibres of the tendon springing up.
Ah, yes.
Little micro tears. And your body reacts by laying down more tendon. So actually, tendinitis is not necessarily a bad thing.
It's actually good for you.
Yeah, I used to. The only trouble is if you get tendinitis pains, I wouldn't be surprised if they last 3 months sometimes. But once you get past it, typically it doesn't come back again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I used to get terrible tendinitis when my brother used to insist on me doing weightlifting. I hate it.
You don't weightlift at all?
No.
Well, you do 40 kg on that kettlebell.
No, I don't do that very often. I don't train. I genuinely, I'll just think I'll just do it occasionally. You know, honestly, I don't do curling. I don't do anything really. I should. I've got all the stuff to do it. I just don't do it. You know?
You should. You break some more records with all that.
Yeah. Well, also curling. It's arm wrestling. You don't need inside bicep connection.
You don't.
You need the outside bicep connection. So if you do strict curls, you've got 50% of wasted effort there. So you want to train your pronator side of your bicep.
Yeah.
And this side is stability only, and it's really this side of the forearm that brings you in on the inside game.
There was once when I done the arm wrestle and I hurt around this.
Oh yeah. So it's actually not. It's this tendon connection here. There's a a process. You know what a process is? So a process is a bump in the bone designed as an anchor point for ligaments and tendons. So you have a process on the inside of your elbow which you literally join your joint to, and side pressure really hurts that. Yeah. And it's the most common. A lot of arm wrestlers get a build up here. In fact, it becomes almost as bad as arthritis. The doctors will often mislabel it as arthritis. And a lot of guys we know, including Devon Lowett, has had bone removed from here, just because it's kind of causes the same problem. It means after a while you can't even move your arm enough, you know.
Really?
So it gets in the way. I've got processes of other sorts on my left arm because I've got bone condition, so I can't put my hand up. That's as far as I can put my hand up.
Upwards like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a big problem. So I can put my hand sideways.
Yeah.
So it's like that is a problem.
How did that happen?
I've just genetically, like I've got, you can see, you've got a bump there.
Yeah.
I don't have it on that hand.
It's
actually it's I've got it, but it's, if you imagine, the bump is it's twisted between the bones.
Yeah.
So in other words, it's there, but it's in the wrong place. It's kind of twisted up. So it means that I've got really inefficient movement in there.
And is that how's it always been for you as a child?
Yeah. I mean, I've had bone removed from my leg. I've had 3 ribs removed because of a thumb-sized bone tumour in my chest. Yeah. So I've had my fair share of problems. I've got mesh holding me together there.
Yeah.
But no, I've got 3 ribs missing. I've got a whopping great gap. So it's not great, but the moral of the story is if you have chest pains, go to the doctor immediately.
And that's what you had, chest pains.
Well, it was when I was sitting down a lot on the trains and things. I was getting shooting pains. It felt like I was being electrocuted, and then it turned out that these bone bumps I had as a kid one of them had carried on growing, weirdly. So usually bone bumps, they stop growing when you stop growing.
Yeah, yeah.
But this one, it carried on. So basically, it calcified my ribs together, and yeah. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
So you had to pull the ribs out.
They took them out through my back apparently. So you look at my X-ray. There's just 3 little sort of stubs there, just for them to tie onto.
Oh man, is that painful?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That was the worst pain I've ever been. Was the recovery from that. It took me two years to recover. 2 years before I could eat without being in pain.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm glad I can now eat without suffering. Okay, so generally, when we warm up, so far you're doing something bad here. I want you to square up your shoulders. Always, you're always going to want to bring your shoulder forwards, because we want to keep it on your bone line, not outside your bone line. So this is always try and hunch your shoulders. Imagine bringing your chest muscles in. Yeah, and that means you can apply a lot of power across your chest. And a good analogy is, imagine you've got a kettlebell and you just place it to random parts of the table. How would you pull that kettlebell? You'd get close to it and you'd pull it, wouldn't you? You wouldn't go out here and try and push it. You would get close to the weight and you pull it. All your opponent is a kettlebell, okay? And you're getting close to him, and you're going to open him up so that you want him to open up and you to close up, so that you can pull more weight than him.
Right.
And it's less that and more that. The shoulder goes with it. Imagine this. Imagine a boxing, shadow boxing. Yeah. Everything stays together, tight. Yeah. Use those back muscles. Use those chest muscles. Use the deltoids. The deltoid protects your shoulder. Yeah. You've got some stability in here to protect. When we warm up, I don't warm up a lot because I'm a lifter. I get terrible lactic. But I'll teach you how to warm up properly. So if you're a novice, the best warm up is to do the wrist. Yeah. And you're going to move mine, and I'm going to move yours. Yeah. Nice. And the idea is you're tightening those tent strings. You know, the muscle is warming up and pulling down on those tendons. Yeah. Hear a bit of clicking? Yeah. So the clicking is just because tendons are flat, they make a snapping sound. It's not the muscle making the clicking sound; it's the tendons. Right. Okay. And you actually get a little bit. I think when you get fluid under the tendon, it can make a snapping sound like that.
Probably. I get that on the shoulder quite a lot as well.
Yeah. Anything that's loose. Good thing to do is just warm ups. They got 2 Dachshunds.
Same as Andrew's neighbours.
They're actually really nice dogs.
Yeah.
The fence blows down sometimes, and they're really sweet. But as soon as the fence is up, they feel like they're immortal.
Maybe they're just saying hi to you.
Yeah, well, they're doing their job, aren't they? Yeah. So this one's, remember the pain there?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You're going to get up, so you're going to move forward. So can you move that thing so that how much can you touch the table with your hips? You want your stomach to be. Yeah, because one thing I would say, if you can always early on, before you are pro, you'd want to always have.
Good habit, I guess.
I like the fact you've got fat grips on those. That's awesome. So you really want to be a long way forward. The reason is that we want this connection to the table. Okay, that means you can pull more weight. So we're going to go up. Yeah. So this is called supination. Supination. So you're going to fully supinate like you're tightening something up above you, and you're going to wind in, and you're going to make some circles. See, I can feel you've already got a horribly strong arm. You're going to be painful for me. I've got really bad wrist pains at the moment because my brother insisted on me bending nails on the weekend.
Oh right. Oh yeah.
I've not done it in years. And I thought, oh okay, but I'm really sore at the moment. That's the best cure to that is a nice painful arm wrestling. Anyway, so you want to push me that way, and then I push you that way.
So I push you this way.
Yeah. And you want to feel it in here. The reason is that you're not going to want to do side pressure when you're arm wrestling, but if you do get into that sort of position, you feel that on the that's the spot, isn't it? That's the bit you were worried about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is we prevent the injuries during the arm wrestling. But what we'll do is we'll get into some good habits. Now we're going to exercise that deltoid position, not so much the rotator cuff, but we're going to do this. So this is more useful for big people, but watch me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be coming away, and then you're going to coming away.
Like that.
And you want to feel it in the shoulder. Yeah.
Am I moving my body right? I'm not sure.
Well, I would say this is something I'll only show you once, and I do it to most people except David Sands because he's very, very big. So except I can't because you're on there. Okay, you're not going to be able to dive under the table, but you're going to want to. Yeah, you're going to want to do this. You're going to turn towards this pad.
Turn towards this pad.
No, you turn the other way. You're going to turn towards this pad.
Oh, like that.
Yep. So watch me.
Yeah.
As I go down, my hip comes up. I'm burying my right foot down. So I either have my leg up on the table, or I have my leg buried into the floor.
Yeah.
And this is the leg that collapses. So it's the other leg that collapses. The reason is if you're tightening up the space between you and the table, and it's allowing you to pull more weight. Yeah. Also, it means that if the other guy beats me because I'm facing that way, all that happens is he opens me up. I'm not going to break my arm. Okay, if I'm that way, he can break my arm. He's not going to because I'm a pro, but you know, actually, potentially, I suppose if a heavyweight really went for him to break my arm, but it's pretty unlikely. You know, if you're a novice, then absolutely you could hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So that's why you should always be this way to that way. This way. So in your case, you're going to be that way to that way. So usually I'll literally throw your body around. Yeah, and your hips come up into the table.
I usually go like that.
Yeah. So it's the opposite, and you want your hips to come up into the table as you go down, so that you'd almost fall over. So like I said, so I'll support you. Okay. So you want to be coming in this direction. Okay. Yeah. And the reason is that as this comes up, you're making that virtual connection between your chest and your arms, so you can pull more weight. Easy thing to do is to watch arm wrestling matches, just see what people do. You get some pros who get into bad habits, but generally, if you look at a lot of Eastern Europeans, they tend to be very proficient in nice looking techniques. Try to start in front of your pad. The reason being that you're going to make any movements, gains are made away from your pad, like that towards the winning pad. Yeah. So you want to start your body over here, so you make a little bit of movement. If you move your body a couple of inches that way, and move your elbow a couple of inches that way, it adds up to like 3 times as much on the hand. So you can make a lot of movement just from a little bit of sideways movement. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Round your shoulders. Yeah. So again, it's about making that connection. Yeah. Nice. It's starting to look safe. Yeah. So even though usually I can bully people with hand control, but at the moment it's really sore. So I'll try and show you what hand control is. I will see how long it takes before I'm in ringing pain, but we'll see. So so grip up and just see what you can do with me. Go. Nice. Oh, good wrist. That's really good. Oh yes. Yeah, good, go. Yeah, it's not good I've had my thumb. That's great. Let's just keep it higher. So if I'm sort of got all my guns, I can probably, if you're out here, then I would be able to top roll you there. Well, I can't at the moment because I'm in flopping agony, but I should be able to just open you up that way. So generally keep a nice high hand. Keep over the spot. That's such a good wrist. The only thing I would say, you went over a lot. Try and go over a little less.
Yeah.
And then, so you've got something at the end if you need it. So in other words, you can pull a lot of weight through a little bit less movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're already monstrously strong. Okay, cool. Go for it. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, good. Why are you bouncing?
I thought you said come back up.
No, you're supposed to keep going, keep going, keep going. See what shape.
Right.
Make some nice shapes.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, so arm wrestling isn't about.
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah.
all the way, making a nice arc.
Oh, right.
And what you're going to do is you're going to be making these, a bit like a pool table.
Yeah.
You're going to be making these nice little arcs in your mind, looking at the other guy's hand, making a shape, and the shape's got to go to the winning spot. You generally.
So go all the way down to the
Yeah,
spot.
this is the best thing about you doing all this calisthenics. You've got this stability.
Okay, so
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Oh, nice. Very, very nice. Really good. So all I'm doing is trying to put on pressure without sort of.
yeah.
So I'm just all I'm trying to do is hand control.
Yeah.
And I'm not using anything else.
Yeah.
So you can see.
I go from there. I start from there, don't I?
Yeah. I mean, generally, if you're going to start with your arm across there, you bring yourself out so that you're pulling all that power through my arm.
Yeah.
You're already putting me in trouble. Now you're going to be in even better shape. Yeah. Oh yes.
You ready?
Oh yeah. Go for it. Oh, nice. Nice. Keep it. So just keep that nice shape all the way. So just a bit of patience.
Yeah.
So don't panic. If the other guy stops you, just sort of
keep going.
Keep weight on it, and then keep pressure on, because you know you're against a human being. He will tire.
Yeah.
And then you can get him.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You're probably fitter than me, so hopefully if you hold on, then you should be able to just sort of knacker me out and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Okay, go for it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. That is really good, really, really good. Okay, go. Really good. Really good, yeah, go for it. Yes. More. Good exercise for me. I think it's quite good when I'm injured because I kind of, it's sort of putting a lot of strain in places I wouldn't usually necessarily get that much.
Yeah, but you can't use your wrist as much.
My wrist is pretty bad even when I can use it, to be honest. I'm not the best at wrist power. Go for it. Yeah,
Ready?
nice, yeah.
Pull you back, come down.
Beautiful, nice. So what I'll try and do is pronate on you and see what happens. Probably
Pronate,
not a
what does
lot.
that mean?
So pronate is dumping.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so go. Oh, that's great thing. That's can I just say, I have a lot of trouble teaching people to lead from those two fingers, and you're already leading from those two fingers.
That's what I do naturally.
Yeah. So you've actually. There's one little mistake you're not making, so that's great.
There's one thing that Ed was telling me. You were saying something about go this way, and then I could push down from that.
I wouldn't press unless you've been arm wrestling a little while. You know, it's a useful thing to have up your sleeve.
Yeah.
I would rather you got proficient at
Just
the basics.
this basic.
Get good at something, and then worry about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to try a lower grip.
Yeah.
Okay. Slightly different. Go for it. Yep.
Right. Keep applying pressure.
Yep. Good. Nice. Same thing again. Great stuff. Yep. Yep. Great stuff. That's super. That's yeah. Yeah,
Right.
go, yeah. Same thing again. Just keep an eye on your hand, go for it. Oh, nice.
So if I go from there,
Yeah.
how about if I drag you along? Because you said I should go like that. So.
a drag. Yeah, you could do it. You could. Interesting that you've got a short arm, but you're a top roller. You never hook. Interesting.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
So
Yeah.
a hook is this or
right.
this.
Right, yeah.
Whereas you're a natural top roller.
Is that bad with a short arm?
Oh, it's great. And actually, you're almost going into a high hook position of your fingertips, but you're leading from the top of the hand. So the reason it's good is because it's easy to keep your cup.
Right,
So the shapes you're making, it means that you can be against a guy of the same power as you, but because you're connecting in all the right places, he's wanting, you know, you're taking him off balance. So in other words, he's not able to apply all that power through his hand, through his arm.
Yeah.
So it's really good. Yeah.
Prevent something, yeah.
Yeah.
Putting the power in.
Oh yeah. Apologies, I'm going to try and use my thumb here.
Okay.
I might be shrieking in pain. We'll give it a go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, go for it. Yeah.
God. I know what you mean by thumbnail.
Yeah, sorry, I just warned you that if I use my thumb, it's kind of a bit of a,
Yeah.
a bit of a. Sorry, that's from doing it. That's from doing it once.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to let go there. When you pushed it in, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. But no, actually, I shouldn't do that to you. Really. I just showed you what I'll do.
Yeah. Is that what people do in competitions as well?
No, it's what a few people do. Most people don't have strong thumbs, so it's like they.
How do you even do that?
I'm physically pushing your thumb open.
Ah,
So basically,
like
because
that.
your thumb's open, your cup's opening, your hand strength collapses.
Yeah.
So and I'm very simply, all I'm doing is pushing through with the thumb.
Yeah.
Through with the thumb.
Yeah.
There are a few famous people who do that. So John Bazink, Devon Larratt.
Oh, Devon Larratt.
You know, and Devon's got the advantage of having a long arm as well, so he'll kind of be really firing it up here somewhere.
Yeah.
With me, the only thing is I can do it,
Yeah.
but I've got a bigger advantage if the other guy's got a long arm.
Yeah.
So with you, I can just about get it if I make an effort.
Yeah.
But I would say it's easier for me to do that if someone's tall.
Yeah.
You know, so you're a problem for me if I was, you know.
I'm going like that.
Yeah. So I'm not going to do that again. So it's not fair.
Yeah. That was quite painful.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's right. That's right.
And actually, the fact that I'm not using my thumb strength on you means that it's good exercise for me because it's good for physio. It's going to hopefully
strengthen that bit up for
you.
Yeah.
You're really hitting my weakest spot, which is
really when I push.
Really good for me.
Okay.
Really good. I can't tell you what. You know, I should. If you can come around regularly, that would be brilliant. That would be so good. Yeah. So try and keep quality of contact. It's not about how hard you squeeze. It's about quality of contact. So you don't want to lose this space here. You want to keep a bit of space here.
Yeah.
And keep it tight up the top.
Yeah.
The reason is that's where you've got your power.
Control, yeah.
Yeah. And if this is too tight here, the other guy can just open it up in that direction.
Yeah.
But if
I feel like if I got more contact there, I could manipulate you.
Do you know what I mean? You can try it, but if someone's got a longer arm, they can just dump. I can try. I can try and do an impression of a long person arm, but I'm probably going to fail. But let's see what happens. So go really tight.
Yeah.
I'll try and do it. It's probably not going to work, but go for it. So I literally.
Yeah.
Admittedly, if I was up here,
yeah,
it would be even easier.
Most likely, yeah.
So the remedy is to square up.
Yeah.
So if you square your hand up, I would have to go all the way around there to open it up, and my arm just isn't that shape.
Yeah.
So if you're there, I only have to go there.
Yeah.
So you try and look at the other guy's hand, and generally you try and keep your cup strength. So you're going to keep this strength through here, this kind of overarching power through those fingertips into here, into that point there. So this is your party end for your that's your last resort. you know, you're controlling someone's wrist with that. This one is your attack end.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's yeah. So there you go.
To it. I can't. It's too much to become.
Well, this is only dragging top roll.
Yeah.
So we're only teaching you one style.
Yeah.
But how to do it really well. So try and bring it over to the middle.
Like that.
Got a good size good size forearm. Yeah, considering you're short, you've got a good arm length.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a bit
So
heavy,
I mean, it's good. It is
Yeah.
good. Someone like Andrew's good because he's sort of only just barely. He's about, I reckon, 6 foot, but he's got a really long arm and hand.
Yeah.
So if I was him, I would love it because I could just dump on people all the time. He doesn't really do that. He tries to cut through people. The trouble is that he's not always able to meet their beat their power. So he has to really connect the dots.
With Andrew. He's been doing it for quite some time as well.
Yeah, I started training him in 2013.
Oh, nice. 10 years.
Yeah, 2010 I joined the Minotaurs. It used to be the Cambridge Minotaurs, and then my coach ended up becoming a strongman.
Yeah.
And so he gave me the chairmanship.
Yeah. Oh, right.
But I mean, for a long time it was just me and Andrew. It used to be a lot of guys up in Cambridge, and a lot of them just went away.
Is that like a team as well? The Minotaurs.
Well, now, yeah. I mean, it's the London Minotaurs now, but. It's not. I mean, we still haven't got T-shirts. I know I should have had T-shirts done by now. It's just that I wanted. My brother was going to do it last year, and he just didn't get around to it. And,
well, I guess you get all these different teams, and there's lots of people that I guess they come here to train with you, but they go to other places and train with them as well. And
yeah, I mean,
they don't really have they don't have an identity because they could be representing a few.
There's some guys who are on our chat forum, who are in the group chat, who are the other clubs. So Dubs is in Reading. You've got Daffyd, who's actually officially Wales. We've got Collet is actually Milton Keynes.
Milton Keynes is the closest to me, I reckon. From your ones,
they're monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to go visit
love
them.
it. Collet doesn't. He often goes to other clubs simply because the Milton Keynes club, they often train at times that he can't do it.
Yeah.
So he'll sometimes come to us just because he needs to train. Dom Crane and Jake Starling, they come down from the Essex coast. They'll come over here, but they have their own club that they're starting up, which is really nice.
Jake, he's the one that beat like the 75 kg champion or something at one point. I think he posted something in our group.
Well, he's capable.
Yeah.
He's very strong.
I think at one point he posted something on Instagram, I think in our group, and I don't know if the 75 kg retired that day, but he did beat him a few times.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I only ever compete at under 65.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
so I'm 71 now, so I need to lose some weight. But no, I never competed. Admittedly, in the sit-down championships recently, I competed at this weight. But the lightest weight was 85.
Yeah. Oh, so
and 95. Or was it 82? In any case, they were all bigger than me. They were all these monsters.
Oh man,
it was so fun though. Sit down. For some reason, I've got an advantage over other people because I don't have the big wrist like you.
Yeah.
But I can use side pressure.
Yeah.
And of course, when everyone's sitting down, they can't use the back of the table.
Pressure. Yeah.
So I beat some guys I wouldn't usually beat. It was great. Really.
I think traditionally I used to always arm wrestle with only side pressure. There was once where I was in secondary school, and secondary school you got year 7 up to year 11. So when I got to year 8,
what's that? We never had that.
So that's about 11 years old.
Oh, right.
That's year 7. Then you get up to 16 years old. So I started. I think I was 12 years old at the time, and given that there's people that's in that playground that's 16 years old, I don't know what happened. I was just arm wrestling a classmate, and then next thing you know, there was a queue of people behind this classmate, and then they all just started arm wrestling. and I was beating all of them. But it was just a regular table, it wasn't an arm wrestle, it was just a regular
That's
table.
brilliant,
Yeah, and from that point, I think it was just lasted about maybe 2 weeks, and then the teacher got rid of the table. I didn't arm wrestle after that.
Oh. I don't usually, I don't train side pressure, but for some reason, because of the other guys always force me into that position, I often have to use it, you know, and it's like, the best way to train side pressure is with a pulley, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just try and describe what it is. So usually what happens is, if in a match, so let's say they go ready go, and they sort of force me to go into a hook, and a high hook. So to do a high hook, I would have to beat them this way, and because they're pulling me out here, they're defensive. I've got no choice but to go sideways because I can't, you know, because they've got long arms. So it's just something I'm having to do whether I like it or not.
So defending like that is mainly bicep for me.
Sorry?
If I were to be defending you,
Oh,
this is just
no, it's your pronator again. You want to post. So it's a combination of post and pronator. It's a bit like back pressure. So back pressure is your drag and top, drag and top. It's the whole thing goes back at once. It's not a drag like that. It's a drag like that. That's back pressure.
Drag like that. Is there a way to test all these pressures, or?
Yeah, you can just put yourself on a pulley. I'm pretty appalling when it comes to my pronator. It's something I'm slowly building up. It's kind of a.
So in a match, would someone be looking to?
I'd like to be dictated by the other person because I like to see what the other guy does. So you know, just you're in a safe position. So sort of you get into position. So if I say if you do the ready go, so
the ready go.
No. I mean on the ready go, we're going to move.
Oh.
So Taylor, let's say.
All right. Ready. Yeah. Ready. Yeah. Ready. Go.
Oh, yes.
Ready?
Literally, usually it's the referee just looking. Yeah, no, it's good. Great. Yeah.
Ready? Go.
No, it's not. It's not ready, go. It's ready, go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Ready, go.
Oh, yes.
That's I have to push my foot off this. I can't get low enough.
Sounds really good.
Thank you.
It's great for me. It's been like really.
Right. Yeah. Ready, go.
Oh yes. That was great. Well, there you go. So.
Ready, go.
I wasn't starting.
I was like, you didn't go, so I stopped.
No, I was just sort of. Oh, you could do it on there. Yeah.
Ready, go.
Yeah. I may not be very strong, but I'm good at carrying on.
You're quite strong.
No, honestly, when I'm feeling strong, you'll feel it.
Yeah.
Although I still think you've probably got a good chance against me, even when I'm not injured. I think you're bloody strong. So yeah, I think you do well.
Thanks.
I remember there was a guy who I used to train with, who was like you, who Zolt Gamori. We used to call him Shovels because he had a big hand. He would like always get me in trouble over there. And I never beat him in training ever, but in competitions I used to beat him.
Yeah.
What's going on here? And it's just because you just get lighter, a bit more. You get your angles, you know, and
was he the same weight as you as well?
Yeah.
Ah, right.
And not get bullied by him, you
Yeah.
know. So it's like you had to kind of dial in.
Yeah.
So you've got to remember to when you are competing, you've got to dial it. You've got to not. You can't get more than one go. You've got to be on it immediately, and it's just the way it is, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, get a couple of pins and you'd be out, you know.
Yeah.
So you need to be like that immediately. Equally, don't sort of faff around too much. Where sort of I tend to kind of go in high, and I'm trying to just keep my cup, you know, just so I've got half a chance of defending against it. So I mean, I tell you what, this is really good.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You've got very, very good strength in that direction. So I would ideally, to defend against a wrist like yours, I'd ideally want to be up there.
Right, yeah.
Because I could actually hit the angle.
Yeah.
So, you know, okay, I'm compromised. I've got options. So what options would I have? So you would have the same equivalent if you got a taller guy against you. So I'll try and describe it. So if you'll find yourself in my position quite a lot because the other guys have longer arm.
Taller. Yeah.
So your options are to do a very high hook, because you can imagine it's opening them up.
Yeah.
And then you've got to make something of it, or you can literally press down into them, press down, and it allows you to bring your wrist up.
Press down.
Something I'm not really keen to do at the moment because it hurts. But if we go slow, maybe I'll show you the movement. So you go really slow. So literally go forwards.
Yeah.
In that direction.
Yeah.
But I would need to be able to have that wrist. So you know, you've really got to make the most of that movement if you're going to make it work.
Yeah. When you go against my thumb, can you do it again?
Yeah.
So where you're pulling my thumb?
I'm not pulling your thumb at all. I'm pushing it.
Pushing it.
Pushing your thumb.
So you're pushing it this way?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Because you want to open my thumb up.
Yeah.
You want my thumb to go there.
Yeah.
So because then I can't do as much if I've got an open hand.
Yeah.
And I'm losing my cup. So you kind of do that. You're peeling out. You want to break the other guy's good shapes.
Yeah.
So you can't pull as much weight.
Yeah.
So you want to just sort of do what you can to kind of spoil his shape.
So if I was to try to do it on you, it's this way?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised if you can. But
No, probably, I definitely can't.
No, go for it, yeah.
No, I definitely can't. Your thumb's like, it's like solid stone.
Well, yeah, you're not going to be able to. But I mean, against most people, you probably can actually. So what I'll do is I'm going to go loose, and you can practice on it. So imagine.
Do I do anything with when I go for it, or?
Generally, I would want to be forwards, because then I've got somewhere to come back.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to be. So you want to be forwards and up on him.
Yeah.
And because you know, even though you've got a short arm, you can still have a high hand.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have a low hand just because you've got a short arm. That can be quite high if you're there. And also, by the way, if you've got your elbow there, he'll find it a lot harder to get you to the pad because he's literally got to go through your arm.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're there, he's got a route. Yeah.
Yes.
And you've got somewhere to move.
Yeah.
So you're giving yourself giving yourself options. The only trouble with that is the other guy can elbow foul you sometimes.
Elbow foul.
You know, he can push you
off. Right.
But most guys don't think of that.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I did do it deliberately to a guy in the sit-downs.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot to it.
Yeah, but I mean, keep nice, pretty shapes, and you'll be fine. Should we do a bit of left hand?
Yeah, could do. But I can't put any power on it though. Last time I tried it, I couldn't put any power at all. So.
Well, luckily you're talking to a cripple now, my left. Well, we can try and. Have I had the? I've got that the wrong way around. Have I had those pads the wrong way? I do have a habit of getting these things wrong. It's that way, isn't it? I'm so looking forward to having my new table.
When's it arriving?
I don't know actually. It's been ordered, but good question.
So with this, it will be. Would it be like that, or would it be like that?
So you want to be over here. With me, I tend to kind of try, because I've got problems with my arm. I tend to kind of go into a right-handed body position because it's more defensive.
Right.
Yeah. So just make some shapes, you know.
Make some shapes.
Yeah.
Should we warm up a bit?
Oh yeah. God, I'm clicky now.
So I have a message as well. So.
I'd like to sort of train more regularly.
Yeah, this is brilliant. I would have liked it, like, you know, hopefully on, I don't know, this Saturday or Sunday, whoever's doing it.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
It's my turn this Sunday. And we should, hopefully it's not just me because I've been so beat up by them. But it would be nice if some people who actually have some strength come along.
No, you've got loads of strength.
No, no, at the moment. Honestly, I'm feeling dreadful, mate. So
Yeah, alright. So it's good that I come out at the time there. Made me feel good.
no, but I think I would struggle with you even when you're really strong. So that's good. Although I don't want to make you feel big. I don't know. You are very strong. So it's like just sort of as long as you're safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
But you don't seem like an arrogant guy. So I'm not worried. I'd rather be nice.
Yeah, thank you. I guess there's like...
Just play Jingle Bells.
Yeah.
It's just wrong. So you're gonna fully. So I can't do this properly, but also I've got my dodgy.
Oh, yes.
So,
Oh, I got this side, you got that side.
Ow. Ow.
Alright,
Ow.
don't do too much of it.
No, that's all right. Ow. Honestly, the nail bending. I'll show you what I was doing.
I think I saw a clip. You posted one of the clips.
Yeah, but really,
That's
you know, it's one of those things. You go, ah, and then afterwards you think, fuck, I'm in pain. I reckon it might take. I used to do nail bending years ago, so 2014, that sort of thing, and I was doing loads, and my recovery time was nothing. It's brilliant. Because I don't do it anymore. It's like I did a couple of nails, and it's like my body's telling me why.
That's the main reason for injury, isn't it? When you're too well, you think you're a lot stronger, and your mind can do it, but then your body says no.
Because your soft tissues and everything's.
It's like when you don't go to the gym for a long time, and you come back, your chances of injury is really high, but you think these weights are quite light.
Yeah, I've not been to a gym for years. So can you try and keep over the pad? Yeah, keep inside the line. That's better. Make some nice shapes. It's really sore. Oh well. I'm doomed.
That's right. I can't put any power because my
Do you say that? But
no, it's true. I'm really
go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels particularly grim.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah. Nasty. Yeah.
All right.
I've got now.
No, I don't want to hurt you.
No, that's good. It's warming up.
You're already
I'm a
semi-injured.
stickler for punishment. So at least I can say I'm training. Yeah, go.
I should be facing you, should I?
Oh, you're right.
I was playing with the random angles. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I was doing a King's move.
Ah, right, okay.
So, King's move, you're isolating you're sort of dumping everything else so you can try and keep your cut.
Yeah.
The King's move, what you're trying to do is this. Trying to get into a position where you can control the other guy.
So what happens to my arm when you're doing that?
Well, I'm opening out your arm, so
So you open up this bit. And
yeah,
this bit.
it makes it very difficult for you to pull all the power.
Yeah.
Because I'm lengthening your arm so much.
Yeah.
So the best way to stop me from doing it is by trying to keep me away. You've got to try and keep your shape. You know.
I keep close to the body. Yeah. Yeah, I did feel I was quite far away. So it's like that was the.
Yeah, but on the positive, you were in a safe position.
Yeah.
because I can't do any side pressure with my left arm.
Ah, right.
Can't do any at all.
Right.
You've got some good habits. I mean, the way you wrap your thumb is brilliant. Yeah, good. That's just back pressure. Yeah.
It's good back pressure. My thumbs can't handle that.
Yeah.
My thumbs are home. Like, when you do that, it makes me feel like it's holding like that.
Oh, you could try it. I don't know.
It makes me feel like it because my thumb feels like it's got all the pressure on it.
Oh, yeah.
Probably have to push you down like that.
Yeah, try. Yeah. So if I just use my cup, because I've got no cupping power, I've got none.
Yeah.
You just do it. So I have to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, that feels like stretching this bit. That way.
Yeah, because I'm putting pressure at the base of your thumb.
Yeah.
If high up, I think it would be wasted.
So how would I counter that? Or how would in the game? How would someone?
Well, I would say you've got a way out in that direction.
Yeah.
Or you could, if fingertip pressure, you could sort of open me up like that. Because bearing in mind, I'm just doing that. So, you know, Edmar never has a problem with me doing that.
Yeah.
Because he's got an angle on me. So in other words, if I do that, because his hand's in such a position, I'm not putting any pressure on him. See that? There's no pressure on your thumb.
Yeah.
See, there's no pressure.
So he's saying.
So if his hand's up there, I can't put pressure on you.
Yeah, but then you're just arm wrestling my thumb then.
No, but it's because if he's got the whole thing up.
Ah, right.
So he's got a good way of just angling his hand. So there, I've got nothing on you.
Yeah.
Whereas down there, I've got everything on you.
Yeah.
So all he has to do is position his hand differently. A lot of guys complain when I do my thumb like that, but all they have to do is move their hand. They're just going into my thumb.
Yeah.
So when I pull down, they're in direct line. So they need to just find a way around.
Yeah. And Ed's found that line.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at pros, they tend to look at each other's hands a lot.
Yeah.
Because they want to see a way around. Because you know, most pros will know all of these tricks. So they'll have all of them. So they'll know that if there's going to be a problem like that,
they know where to escape.
Yeah, they'll know how to escape. Yeah.
Right.
And it might be 5 mil, a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
Little adjustments.
Interesting.
So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do that as much. I'm not going to row back. I'm going to give you a chance to sort of get some nice shapes going. Okay. It's not fair, otherwise. Okay. Yeah. That's nice. Oh, done. Nice shapes. Yeah, that's really good. Good. Nice. Same thing. Go again. Oh, nice. Good. Oh. Yeah. Go. Yes. Good. I'll try and dump. Go. Oh, just try not to push out that way. Always try to be in the.
Right.
Yeah. If you roll out and the other guy has a comeback, then you can get caught out quite badly, and you can get some sort of minor injuries.
Don't push out that way. Push out.
Don't. You know when they knead bread?
Yeah.
You never want to be doing that. You never want to be going into the negative as a win method. It doesn't work. Even when we're doing a press, it's in the positive. So you want to be encouraging a shape. Yeah, encouraging a nice shape. That's where you can see these do come into play. Right. But they come into play later on. Because if you can get into a position, if you get into a position where you're running out of room, you're down here, it's like you've got to bring it back so you can then finish them off. Bring it back, finish them off. If you bring it back down here, you're going around my wrist. Just imagine, loosely, just go around my wrist. Or allow yourself to move around my wrist. So that way you've got a way of pushing me off. So you've got to be able to freely pick your positions of pressure around the other guy's hand in order to control it.
I think I need a lot more training sessions.
Yeah, the table time's great. Best thing about this sort of sport, you don't really have to think about it because your hand will remember things.
Yeah. And the more you do it, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good.
Good. Good. There. So again, you got to there. A lot of people do. You even get pros that run out of room there. So what happens is you've got optimum, and then you get to the point where you can't make any difference in that direction. You need to encourage it in this direction.
Oh, okay. So, but then the body's all the way down there. That's a
So you can keep your shoulder up as long as you can push forwards with those fingers.
Well, maybe I could just move like.
No, well, just need to be able to. Again, if you haven't fully closed your wrist too early, you've got somewhere to do it.
Yeah.
So this is going down. If you go a little bit, then at the end here, when you've run out of room, you can close it up some more.
Yeah.
So you've got enough. You've got what? That's like must be an inch movement. I mean, that's enough to make quite a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine a little bit.
Yeah.
And then a lot at the end.
Yeah, I feel like my left arm, the controllers, I've got no control there. I don't know what really I'm doing. Whereas the right one, I do feel like I've got a lot more control.
Yeah, it's funny. It's usually the other way around. Usually the person's weaker arm has better natural ankles because it's not the working arm. So there's more natural shapes. The only reason I don't have natural shapes in my left arm is because I've literally got problems. But if it wasn't like that, I would probably have really better shapes.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, I would argue my top roll is better on my left than my right. So it's sort of, there's elements of it.
Have you competed with your left as well? Like,
Yeah. I actually came third in the sit-downs.
Oh yeah.
But
with your left arm. Oh wow, very good.
Again, if it was stand-up, I wouldn't have. If it was a stand-up competition, I wouldn't have even placed.
Yeah.
Just because we were sitting down, I could do all sorts of little tricks to stop the other guy. So basically, I can force myself into a position where they run out of room.
Yeah.
They've got nowhere to go. It's like they get to a point where they think, oh shit, what am I going to do? It's like, what are you going to do? Fall off your seat?
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to rise off the seat. It's bum foul.
Yeah. So you have to stay seated. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So actually, in fact, there was one guy I almost beat who was like he had to bounce on my wrist, and he was way heavier than me. So I'm in love with that.
I guess you don't get as much. The body weight doesn't come into it. The factor don't come into it as much.
Not as much when you're sitting down. Yeah.
They can't pull you back into it, can they? With the body weight.
Brilliant.
Maybe I should get into it this year.
You'd love it. I'm gonna once I've got my Mazurenko, I'm gonna order at some point I'm gonna order the short leg set. For sit down.
Yeah.
Because I've got to have more of that. I think all of us who went to that competition were a bit sceptical. I think all of us, because we've been training on these for so many years. And then by the end of the competition, we all wanted to be doing it again. So yeah.
Was there anyone that came from our WhatsApp group as well? Or?
Oh God. Yeah. Hang on. Oh God, who did? Who? Oh no, hang on. Yeah, Andrew was there.
Andrew was there.
Oh, okay. Andrew didn't do well because it's exactly the opposite to what he wants. He thrives on stand-up.
Yeah.
He's actually peaked at about 2019. He was winning the most when he was in. He's got. I would say there's the potential for him to regain some of that strength, but he's sort of lost a lot of strength compared to what he did. I think that a lot of it, I don't know. I'm not an expert on diet and training, but he's lost a lot of muscle compared to 2019, and he's not winning as many matches. So, and we've got brilliant training partners for him. So, I think if him and Gates practice more often together, it would be great.
Yeah, they did seem like equalish power when I was watching them.
Really well matched. Yeah. So.
Andrew beat him a few times on left hand, and I beat him a few times on right hand, and it was quite, yeah, it was a good battle between them two.
Yeah, I like coaching them because I can sort of say, oh, we'll try that. Oh, there you go.
They both gave me really good tips as well.
Yeah.
I had a good 20 minutes with Andrew, and then Ed came, and Ed gave me quite a few tips. Not that I remember much.
How are we doing for time? I think we're doing pretty well.
Office in October.
Yeah, you do well.
I really want to try
You
that.
do very well. The novices, they're some monsters, but you know, I think you do great. In fact, I think you've got a really good chance.
Probably, well, I'll have to lose the weight to get to 75. But then when
You're more than 75?
I'm 77.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you manage that? You look way lighter than that.
When I used to train a lot.
Where do you put it?
You just can't see it, I've got baggy top on.
Oh.
When I used to train a lot, my ideal was like 74 kg.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't trained for ages.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were way lighter. Okay. No, when I get running, I'm down to 64, something like 64,
wow.
65.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's really funny, isn't it? Okay. God, this is a cut pad.
There's like quite a few holes, but how do you know which one you...
Well, they just swap around, you know.
So, do I just put it there, or...?
Yeah, so basically, it goes the bigger side in, and that then it's that way. So the bigger side that way. So that's left, and then for the right hand, bigger side goes that way.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Bigger side that way. Okay. It goes slightly further away that way.
Yeah, and you always start in that position, and I start in that position. Yeah, hopefully like that. Yeah. Oh, interesting. There's a lot to it. Let's do this one. Don't want to injure my elbow.
Yeah,
These carpet burns. Once I get rid of them, I think, you know, I'll do it without it.
I'm surprised someone's worried about carpet. It's like I get bruises and stuff. It's like double scars.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Listen, I can understand. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Because it's been a few days and it just kept bleeding. It's not gone for so many days. It's just like, I bet you don't itch or something.
My wife will point things out because I've got no nerves there, so I often not notice I've been injured. So it's like, then she's like, oh, what happened? And it's like, oh shit, because you could literally perform surgery on me then. I wouldn't know about it.
Right, bloody hell, no. Shit.
For the first 2 or 3 years after surgery, every time I went on the train, I was like really worried in case I caught myself in time. Because
open yourself up by accident.
Yeah, but actually it's fine. I mean, the surgeons were really blasé. They said, yeah, you're fine. But I said, but aren't you supposed to do like fake ribs or something? No.
Bloody hell.
As long as it holds your organs in, it's fine. This is where I love the arm wrestling. My favourite bit is after we've been arm wrestling a bit.
Yeah.
Because I just feel better because of it. You know, it's a nice feeling. Yeah. That horrible wrist of yours. Go. Yeah.
Oh, shall we say the famous words?
Yeah, go for it.
Ready? Go. Oh, nice.
What did you feel I was doing a little bit of pressure?
Yeah.
So that's called a high hook.
High hook.
So the best, if you look at the earlier videos of the Devon Loud videos, they're literally called the Toronto High Hookers.
Yeah.
It sounds dodgy,
Yeah.
but it's because they do this.
Yeah.
I think you'd be really good at that because you know, with that great wrist of yours, you could force someone into it, and you know, you've got options of going either way in the middle.
Yeah.
So you could, you know, you could. There's so many great moves you could go for, you know. So yeah,
Like that.
it's weird.
Do I still pull the same way as well? Or?
You want to try a high hook?
Yeah.
Okay, so the high hook. Well, so what should I do on a high hook? So I start high up here.
Yeah.
I'm pushing down into the other guy's arm. Down. So the hand is going sideways.
Yeah.
Like this.
Oh, right. Okay.
And can you see it's opening up?
Yeah.
There. Sorry. And it's quite a good stable position. The only trouble is the other guy can post on me, so get off the hard. It's very difficult to high hook into a strong wrist if he knows you're going to do it. So he can just post up, and then it's very hard for me to hook into that. So so that's why generally to force the high hook I have to do that. I have to do the old twist. Yeah. I have to try and force the issue. Most guys, they don't know I'm going to do it, so I can force it.
Oh, right, yeah. Interesting.
You get a lot of floppy wristed guys who are so good at top roll, but they're not necessarily good at guarding against a high hook.
Yeah.
They're good at guarding against the normal hook and drag because it's down there.
Yeah.
But a high hook, very hard to guard against.
Yeah.
Because you don't need a big movement in a high hook to get into an advantageous position.
Yeah.
It's quite a small movement. I'm basically going around your thumb. So instead of the usual thing, I would go through your thumb.
Yeah.
But in a high hook, you go around the thumb.
Yeah.
So imagine it's like a little thing around there.
And if you were to go around there, I'll have to guard against it. I'll pull this way. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, that's a good tip. Okay, so when I feel that coming, I just go that way.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Of course, I'm going to try and twist you out. So yeah, good.
Yeah.
So so that's two main things today, sort of.
Yeah.
Alright.
Not that I remember. I'll probably have to do it a few
fine.
times.
Hopefully I've recorded all.
So ready, go. No.
No, you're going to have to be really. Try and think about all your good things you did at the start.
Yeah.
The only trouble is because I'm a lifter now. I'm warmed up.
Yeah.
I'm worse early on.
Yeah.
So I tend to kind of be better when I've been beaten. Yep. Oh yes, that's better. Much better. Thread the needle.
Yeah.
Nice shapes. Very good.
Thread the needle.
Yeah. Right. I mean, literally, if you imagine that if you were to like draw where you're going, there's a quite a narrow opportunity. You've got to. As long as you aim down there, you should be fine. Yeah. As long as you don't go out of that, you should be really good. All it means is because you're a novice, you've got one zone that you're really good at. You know, like brilliant. As soon as you're outside that, you're wanting. So start really good at one thing, and then you can start moving your power into other places.
Yeah.
You know, and then you'll know you're a pro when you've got all these different options.
Yeah.
It's funny. My worst option is that position.
That one.
Yeah, because that's the one position I'm weakest. I tend to be better out or in.
Yeah.
Going straight down on what's called a high top roll is quite weak for me.
Yeah. When I just had you on this one. Yeah. Is that the high hook? I'm not sure.
Yeah. So a high hook is actually that.
Yes, I just had you on that one. I had no power trying to pull you down.
No, because I've got my cut.
Where you cut?
No, you've got to push down into the high hook. You need a high hand position in order to open me up.
Yeah.
If you're low, you're not going to be able to do it.
So I have to be.
So watch. So a high hooks. It's called a high hook because you start from a high position.
Yeah.
If I start low, I can't do it.
And that's what I'm trying to do.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
No, you've got to start with a high hand, or it doesn't work.
High hand, you mean like?
Literally up here rather than down there. Yeah. So it gives you somewhere to move, and also interestingly, normal hook you have no space here at all. But for a high hook, you need the space, just like a good top roll. You want to be tight up here, gap down there, because it gives you somewhere to close in on your opponent. So watch me setting up for a high hook. So this is me. Can you see what I'm doing? What am I doing on your side of my hand?
Yeah, you've got a gap there.
Creating a gap.
Yeah.
Tight at this end, so it means I've got somewhere to go. Okay, so it's very simple. Shovel here, loose there. Well, not loose, it's tight, but it's about creating some space there so that I've got something to move through you.
So when I send something like that,
Yeah, if you were to defend against that, you'll buckle a little bit because I've got the space.
Yeah.
If I was tight up, you'd find it easier to cut through that. So there's a good reason for keeping my.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that they can't defend against.
Well,
it,
the
yeah.
easiest defensive is for you to square up equally. So you've got to try and equalise. The only trouble is getting a legal start when we're both up here, you know, and the ref will want to keep our thumbs apart. But I would try and get as close as you can until he makes it legal. As long as he says ready, go. In fact, some refs are nice enough to literally fill your knuckles to let you go.
Yeah.
If you both determined to get a high point, you know.
Yeah, because then it's quite even, isn't it? If you're both up there.
Yeah. But some refs don't allow that. But you know, it's a good position. So high hand. Yeah. Do you want to do a bit of grip?
Yeah.
We'll finish off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My arm's a bit.
Oh.
It's a bit sore.